the Torah and Hebrew roots movement utilizes those verses.
They're
Well,
not.
the Hebrew and Torah movements, they're looking now. A lot of them are looking to the Talmud. I mean,
Exactly.
what's that about? You know what
So
it
you know
is?
what this reminds me?
Yeah, it's starting to. It's like it's setting up the architecture for the Noahites, right? If you can
Yeah.
buy into this revised gospel, then you're going to accept the Noahites a lot more. Actually, if you're following the Torah and Hebrew roots movement, you should start. You should love the Noahites, right? Because they're based on the Talmud and the Mosaic Law. So that's something you guys need to think about. Who's dabbling in this Hebrew roots and Torah stuff? It's a false gospel, and we're not supposed to stand for any false gospels. If you're a true believer in the gospel of Jesus and in Jesus, you cannot stand up for any other gospel but His, and that's what I'm going to do.
Well, it reminds me of a couple things I was listening to, and I'd recommended this guy's channel a few times, Doctor Paul Cottrell, because was doing videos on the coronavirus. At least I was putting it on my Facebook page. But anyway, come to find out, he's a total no Haitian. Okay, this guy, he's a Shabbatist,
Yeah,
and he is Jewish, and he was talking about adhering to the Talmud, and the Talmud is totally demonic.
right,
And I think it's leading people astray from the grace and truth found in Jesus Christ.
right.
And I just think that people need to be very careful. I think that what's happened is that it hit mainstream Christianity as if it's somehow cool to be Torah observant.
Well, it's deeper than that, Kat. Because I mean, obviously you can tell I've been spending a lot of time on this, right?
Mhm.
Uh, I think it goes back to this fictional term, the law of God. That term is fiction. Okay, it was never the law of God. I found the
Mhm.
residue on it, and I'm sure many of you don't have that recall that there was a law of God. It was the law, or it was the law of Moses, or the Mosaic law. It was the law of God was is fiction, but because the law of God is now in Scripture, the Torah and Hebrew roots movement utilizes those verses as the foundations for that false gospel.